Hey there, it's Billy Tarasio from Modern Law, and I have a new update on family court procedures in Maricopa County. Yes, I know that I keep giving you updates, but as things change, I want to give you the latest information. So, after the governor issued the stay-at-home order, it changed the way the family court and the court was going to operate. Certain courts remain operational and open, but others do not. The family department shall continue to address essential services, and the essential services are applications of orders of protection, contested hearings on orders of protection, motions for temporary emergency orders, and hearings on emergency motions. All in court family court proceedings are taking place at the downtown courthouse. So the southeast courthouse is closed, the northeast and northwest courthouse is closed. There is a check-in process at the East Court building in downtown. No in-person services or proceedings will be conducted at any of those other regional facilities. Now that's very difficult if you need to go get an order of protection. It used to be that you could go into any court and get an order of protection, but now that is more difficult. You have to go to downtown Phoenix, which is tough. Any Title IV hearings or child support hearings are suspended as long as the governor's order remains in place. And the family department that offered things like early resolution conferences, mediations, child interviews, and parenting conferences are suspended. So if you had a previous order that had you going to one of these things, they're suspended. It's not happening. Single issue petitions are covered, but suspended if they're not for the specific things that we talked about. Court-ordered drug and alcohol testing continues to be performed through Aver Health. So in any case where you've been ordered to do breath alcohol testing, you have to submit an ETG test through urine samples. No breath testing is being performed at this time. Each individual judicial division continues to conduct some telephonic proceedings where feasible. So that is specific to your judge, and you'll need to talk to your attorney or call your specific judge to find out what they're doing. So if you have a court date coming up here in the next month and you're not sure what's going to happen, you may need to call if you haven't heard yet about whether or not that's going to be telephonic or not. The judicial officers are now under a rotating schedule. This is designed to ensure that each day there's a sufficient level of judicial presence to meet the emergency or time-sensitive needs. So if you file for an emergency, you may not get your judge assigned. You're going to have a judge there waiting to see you. In pre-decree cases involving children, parents are required to complete the parent information program, but there are no in-person classes at this time. So all parents need to do the online program. That is essentially it for how the courts are operating and the changes that we've got going on. The courts don't seem to be doing any type of video conferences, which is different, something that I would have expected to have seen, but they're not doing it. So largely, things that can wait are waiting. The other change you need to know, so I posted a series of videos on the Pima County guidelines for parenting plans. During this time, Maricopa County adopted those and made one small important change. People who are having issues co-parenting during this crisis are allowed to file for a modification without filing People who are having problems right now during this COVID-19 situation with their kids who need a modification of parenting time due to what's going on are not required to file a petition for modification. You, for the first time, are allowed to file just a motion for temporary orders modifying parenting time. So that's very different. The other thing is many of documents that needed to be notarized no longer need to be notarized. So those are some of the changes that are going on in the family courts in Maricopa County. And as things change, we will let you know. Thanks.